The problem which we are solving now is LeetCode subarray product less than k. So the input is an array and a value k. So the array is a list of positive numbers and k is a value which is a normal integer. These are the conditions for that. So everything is a positive number and k could be 0. So what he is asking us to do is he is asking us to find all the list of subarrays for which the product of those subarrays would be less than the given value k. So for this we need to use we are using sliding window approach. Sliding window. So we are initializing a, j, and we will increment and decrement accordingly. So for the base case, as k could be 0 and k could be also 1. So he's asking to find the product of a subarray for which the value of k, so the product should be less than k. So as all the numbers are positive, like more than or equal to 1, so even if the k is 0 or 1, the value which you need to return is 0, as there will be no subarrays whose product would be less than 1 or 0 in a value which has values greater than 1, greater than or equal to 1. So if k is less than or equal to 1, you just return it as 0. So now we need to iterate through the array which is given. So we need to just initialize prod, the current project which we are maintaining, which could be like 1, and we need to initialize count so that we can count the number of subarrays. So after this, as we are maintaining two pointers I and j, let's say it as left and right. So I am initializing left and right, and I will just initialize the left pointer as 0, and I will iterate with the right value for right nums range of 10 of num. So right is 0 currently. So we will be incrementing our prod. So prod should be equal to what we'll be doing. So now we are at 0, I is here and j is here. So we need to consider all subarrays, right? So for first we will be considering this element. So after doing the prod, increment the prod, that is prod equal to prod into nums of right. And now the value could be 10. The value will be 10, right? The value will be 10. So as the value is 10, so we can just increment the count, right? So how the count will be incremented based upon the uh, array. So count will be c, right? C equal to c plus right pointer minus left plus 1. I will explain this in the ending why we are doing this. So at last what will be written? Will be written in the c value. So it's everything going smooth, but what if the product this product we computed this if what if this is greater than k? So we need to add a case for that. So if prod greater than k will be greater than or equal to k, because it is saying strictly less than k. So if product is greater than or equal to k, we need to iterate through the. So if let's check 10, 5 and 2. So 10 into 5, 50, 50 into 2, 100. So this is not invalid array. So if this is invalid, we need to increment the left pointer to this position, so that we need to compute if this is possible or not. So even if this is also not possible, if the k is another value, then we need to again increment the I value until I is equal to j. So based upon that, while greater than or equal to k, and I will be less than or equal to j. Will be just decrementing the prod so that it will be less than or equal less than k. Prod equal to prod divided by the left pointer, nums of left. So I need to put here left, right. So after doing this, I need to increment the left value. So after doing this, if it reaches here, if it reaches 5, and if the product is the completed product is 100, right? So 100 is divided by 10. So now the value is just 10, that is 5 comma 2. So it will exit the loop. So now what is the right value? Right value will be this one, and the left will be this one. So for this ending, so if the last number is 2 of the when we are iterating through that, the number of subarrays will be right minus left plus 1. So that's why I wrote here. So similarly, it will iterate through all the numbers and it will incrementing the count. And if you are missing something, yeah, this way we'll be solving this problem.